Greetings. Tonight I wish to introduce you to our guest speaker, Mr. Daniel Flores, who will be speaking on the icebreaker topic, a 4 to 6 minutes introductory speech, the first ever speech you'll ever give to a Toastmaster audience. Mr. Daniel Flores, you are clear for takeoff. Take it away.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I personally want to thank Chris Sewell for inviting me to be here with you guys today. I know that he's not here with us, but I expect you will listen to this recording and hopefully be proud of why I sat here today. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be part of your group's agenda. I look forward to learning and to continue my development in this journey of life amongst you all. My given name is Daniel Angel Flores Ruiz. However, I simply go by Danny. It has been a long and interesting journey that has led me to be speaking in front of such an amazing group of professionals. However, along the way, I stumbled, failed, and then a few life lessons I hope to share with you today. Cocho and puto is what my grandfather called me. He was big on machismo, and I was the first person he genuinely loved. I was born in Puerto Rico, a place owned by the United States with lack of resources and an island mentality. Therefore, family and harmony play a huge role in my upbringing. In my childhood, my parents always worked. Paycheck to paycheck was their life, and my grandparents was their village. As a child, I remember the smell of rain and Vicks in the air. It's literally what defined me being at their house. Mi abuela was handicapped and had a stroke that took half of her body function. However, she exuded so much love and happiness, and she always found a way to make me feel special. She gave me a tender heart. And mi abuelo always gave strong vibes. He had a stern look and he was respected by the town. He instilled a sense of pride and assertiveness that created an outer shell of my appearance. And to this day, I always walk with my head held high. Growing up, I always paid attention. And before I knew how to tie my shoes, I had already developed a sense of self, which led me to grow up really fast. Even though as a child, I tried my best to not be a financial burden. At the age of 11, I learned that my home was not mine. And like corn in the season of harvest, I was ripped from my roots and taken to a new country, United States. For the first time, I realized I didn't know who I was. Excuse me don't speak no English was the only thing I knew how to say when Dan the man was born. It was the first time in my life which my given name was shortened by people and people went along with it. He's too smart. He needs to be in English classes. I was told after 6 months of being in this country. My core friends, now a distant memory, has changed, and not being able to communicate left me at a loss for words as I now navigated school and fended off by myself. Dan is so cool. Dan is so smart. Then it's insert adjective I couldn't understand. Making friends and lasting relationships was a skill I couldn't learn because in my head I lived and the sense of self I developed was taken away by lack of understanding. From middle school to high school to college, it's mostly a blur. How I graduated to this day is a mystery to me because it wasn't until the age of 24 that I realized even though I listened, spoke, and communicated in English, I had lost my sense of understanding. A shy person I became. Danny, a new life is born. At the age of 24, I had the pleasure of starting my first personal development course. It was then I realized that English was a language I did not understand. It was then I realized that I was not speaking with anybody. I was following and mimicking what I seen. It was then I realized that everything up to that point in my life was was not real, was a facade. I fell in love. I moved to Georgia. I fell out of love. I felt heartbreak. Between 24 and 30 years old, I truly developed who I am today. One thing was definitely a constant in my life. Patient to paycheck, it was destiny. It was my destiny. Patient to paycheck is all my parents knew. At the age of 31, I chose to change that. I chose to tackle a big problem in America, which is financial illiteracy. At the age of 31, I became a financial professional looking to end financial illiteracy in America. It is our biggest problem, as Mr. Marburn mentioned, And it's funny that he introduced his speech, because it's literally what I strive to do, is literally what's in my heart. Financial illiteracy is the biggest problem in America, and is what needs to be dealt with. So many people suffer day in and day out and they don't realize finances is the reason. Finances end marriages, finances divide families, finances confuse children. I'm a product of lack of financial planning, and financial planning is literally what I'm most passionate about. I love my family. I love my grandparents. They're no longer with us, and that's sad. However, I hope that with my understanding, I'm able to help future generations create generational wealth from now on until God comes back for us. What have I learned in my life? I learned nothing is given. I learned nothing is yours. I learned falling is okay. And I learned that moving forward is the only thing you could always do. What I hope to share today is that love comes from within, happiness comes from within. You cannot purchase love, you cannot purchase happiness. And with this quote, I end my speech. It takes a lot of courage to push through hard times. Never give up. Good things are coming your way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danny, for that awesome icebreaker. It is, we'll say, coincidental that you and Malvern spoke on similar subjects, and I'm sure you can give him his tip, or maybe he'll give you a tip for having the coordination. However you guys want to divvy up all of the prize money for today, I'll let you decide. For those of you who are not aware, I was just joking, there is no prize money going to be distributed today, but you can have as much turkey as you want on Thanksgiving. There's your prize.